The Chindi Navajo. The Navajo believe that a person's evil or unbalanced traits can manifest after death as a malevolent spirit called a Chindi. After someone dies, their Chindi may linger, bringing illness or misfortune to anyone who comes into contact with it. For this reason, traditional Navajo homes, or hogans, are often abandoned after a death to prevent the Chindi from haunting the place. Chindi are often associated with bad luck, and encountering one is considered a death omen. I was 18 when I first encountered a Chindi, though I didn't know what it was at the time. My grandmother, who was Navajo, had passed away that summer, and our family gathered at her old hogan to mourn. According to tradition, we were supposed to leave the hogan and never return. But my uncle, who'd become more modernized and distanced from our traditions, decided it was too sentimental to abandon. So we cleaned up and prepared to move some of her things. That's when things started happening. At first it was subtle, unexplainable cold spots in the middle of the summer heat, the feeling that someone was watching me whenever I was alone in a room. I'd brush it off as my nerves, but each day it got worse. I started waking up at night drenched in sweat, hearing faint whispers around the house. The air felt heavy, oppressive, like something dark was lingering just out of sight. My uncle dismissed it as grief playing tricks on me. One night we all gathered in the main room of the hogan, sharing stories about my grandmother. As my cousin spoke, the door, solid and latched, suddenly flew open with a bang, cold wind rushing inside. My aunt gasped, and I felt a chill crawl up my spine. Everyone fell silent. My uncle stood up to shut the door, but as he approached, something knocked the door again from the outside. 3 heavy knocks that rattled the entire hogan. No one said a word. It wasn't until the next morning that my uncle admitted he had been feeling sick since the night of the funeral. He had constant headaches, couldn't sleep, and had been seeing shadows out of the corner of his eye. At first he thought it was just stress, but now it was clear. Something was wrong. My aunt finally broke her silence. She told us she felt the presence of a Chindi, the part of my grandmother's spirit left behind, the manifestation of her unresolved anger and sadness. In refusing to leave the hogan after her death, we had disturbed it. The Chindi was now causing sickness and bad luck, and it wasn't going to stop. The next day we packed up everything and left. The moment we drove away, I felt a weight lift off my chest. My uncle's illness cleared up within days. We never went back. The Chindi is a reminder that not everything can be seen or understood. Some things in life and death should not be disturbed.